This is okay. We can still have a little banter here. That's where the intro plays.
Yeah, Big Cat's a big fan of the cold open, you know?
Yeah. Our guy at the office today said, "Hey, are you still using that intro?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
All right. So what is up, everyone? Doing the first Factory of Sadness podcast this week. So I invited the whole crew here. So Tony brought it up to me this week. So we got Tony. Invited Bobby D before I knew his team stunk, but he is tied for first right now. And Dave, because he's a good sport.
Hey, fuck you. My team's bad, but if Regan can figure out a way to win some games, I could sneak into that sixth spot.
It was quite interesting conversation. I brought it up to Derek. I'm like, oh man, we haven't done a podcast. There's no updates, no nothing. And so he's like, yeah, I'll get Dave and I'll get Bobby. It's the first time he's had a good team in a long time. So let's get him on here.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll delve into that a little bit later. Bobby,
All right.
Bobby the paper tiger up there.
Hey, I mean, that's why they play the games in fantasy football, right?
Damn right.
Only as good as your lineup says. And this week, my lineup said I was about... Oh, we're not sharing my screen yet.
Maybe you want to share the screen?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get wet.
So, yeah, my... This week, Bob Gavlak, that son of a bitch, beat me by about, 0.4 points? 0.39 points?
When did the stat corrections post on Thursday? Because remember, Panda pulled that win off of me by me losing a half a sack or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking bullshit,
dude.
I think the stat corrections come out like
it happened. It was an amazing. You knew it was happening, and you just got ready for it.
I even called it, Smitty. I was like, "Good luck on the stat corrections." You're like, "F you."
Yeah, fucking. It's not going my way. Things aren't breaking my way this year, but we're still fighting. All right, we're fighting the good fight here and dead last in my division.
All right, yeah. So let's take a quick look at the divisions, and then we'll get into the power rankings. So Tony definitely wins for the best picture for his team. Although Mike's is pretty good, you just can't really see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, sorry, Dave.
I was just going to say one thing before we start going through this. When I was looking at how we're doing as a league here, is the parity in the league is crazy, right? You got Glenn and you got Bobby at 7-2, but like everybody else has multiple wins, right? Andrews, me, and Joe Yee are kind of, and Mike Smith are taking it on the chin, but like this is week 10, right? And nobody's really out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nobody's technically out of it. Maybe I say it that way.
I might be out of it.
Oh, you're in it. Oh, you're in it.
So we're
yeah, I mean, I think the spread between the top scoring team and the bottom scoring team is 100 and 200 points maybe, which, over the course of 9 weeks is kind of a lot, but take Andrew out and that spread is more like 120 points, which is like less than 10 a week, which is, that's like any given Sunday type of shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think last week I was only like 80 points back or something of the top point, which I think was Gabe's last week, but I had a pretty bad week last week, so I think I dropped significantly, but whatever.
Yeah, I think the all-play record really tells the story of the parity of the league, where your top team is 576, your bottom team is 384, but like look at all those teams within a game or two of five, or we're all close to 500 with the exception of Tony, and then Dave Free and Mike Regan, who are like outliers on the top end, and then everybody else. Look at Bobby. Bobby, you have the wildest stat line here.
This is the most wild thing I've ever seen in this league.
You're 7-2, and
here's what it is. Bobby D is the Pittsburgh Steelers of this league.
That's exactly what I am.
He's not good. He's in the playoffs. He's not good, but he's in the playoffs.
Well, they call me fourth quarter floppy.
There you go.
You get all the calls, you get all the breaks, and 9 weeks later you're 5-3.
No, I show up on
Careful,
Monday night,
careful.
2 players left, and down by 40 points, and I get 42 points and somehow win the game.
Big Cat's still a little sore about Sunday night. So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God,
Well,
that is crazy that a 2-7 team is ranked higher than somebody that's 7-2. Like 2-7 is not going to make the playoffs. And
Well, that's why the rankings are bullshit.
That's right.
Well,
All about luck in this league.
not for you. For you, the rankings are great.
I'm saying his power rankings.
Yeah, the power rankings are bullshit. All right, so
Well, we can take a look at them since we're talking about them.
let's fucking do it. This is the Big Cat power rankings. I love it.
So this is the old school. We were doing these for a while because I think basically we're just coming up with them out of the clear blue sky, and everyone was fucking bitching every single week. So I put some numbers to it.
I'm just gonna bitch about that,
Yeah, obviously.
especially Glenn. I'm sure.
So future points is the only one that is my input. And honestly, I had no fucking idea what to do with this.
Did you put me in last for future points? I think you did.
No, I put you second to the top because I didn't know
No.
what to do.
No.
Because I didn't look at your team.
Didn't know what to
I
do with
thought
his
11
hands.
was bad. Okay, never mind.
Because you go to, this is just my fantasy website, but it tells you like who's like, it projects all the players out and adds them up, Floppy D is dead last at 139 points per week average. So it should be an interesting way to close the season. I remember Floppy D beat me. I don't know what it was, week 2, week 3, whenever J.J. Watt had that sack fumble or whatever at the end of the game.
TJ
Watt.
TJ Watt, yeah.
Yeah, he's been. Yeah.
I think you really got burned is when Bobby Wagner got like 35 points that week
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of shit happens.
Mhm.
on a Monday night. I think I'm pretty sure I congratulated you on the win already earlier in the day.
So yeah, let's go through each one of these teams. I know Tony said he took some notes on each team, so we can just kind of highlight what's going on with each team.
Nice job, T.
But I think Turd Ferguson in the top spot. This kind of averages out all the rankings. He's clearly the top team right now. He's very close in top points. These are the top point scorers down here because the last playoff spot, if it were to end today, is very interesting. So we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, so we got record points, maximum possible points, efficiency, only use 50% in that category. All play record. Floppy D, second to the worst. Future points, so this is just what I think is going to happen from here on out. Like I said, it was the first week I did it, so. But like Dave was saying, honestly, teams like for this ranking, so 12 would be the top. So teams like 6 or 5 to 11, like right in there, they're all basically the same. They're honestly, it's very difficult to really separate in those categories. This is the My Fantasy League power rankings. So if you ever want to see those are these power rankings right here. So so that's what the rankings look like right now. So yeah, what do you boys think? Turd Ferguson. Who would have thought?
Right now, who's got our buys this right now? It's Bobby, and who else would get the buy?
Glenn, I think.
Yep,
Bobby and Glenn at 7 and 2 would get the buys, and then Danny at 5 and 4 would be the 3 seed, and he would play. Who's sitting in the 6 right now? Is it Regan, right?
So what's Turd Ferguson's record?
Turd's the 6 and 3. So Dave is wild card 1, and then it would be between Derek and
Oh, that's right, because the division
Bob
winner gets
G
a
at 5 and 4
Yeah.
for the second wild card spot. Do you know where you guys stand on your head-to-head? Did you guys head-to-head yet?
Yeah, Bobby G just beat me last week by
So he's got you.
0.4 points.
So right
So
now,
basically,
you're on
I
the
lost
outside
that
looking
game
in.
to get out of the playoff by 0.4 points. And then the last tiebreaker spot goes to the remaining team with the highest point total. And this I just cut and pasted. So Regan's beating me by
Point. What is that? That's not a lot.
Assist by your defensive player.
point.
Point
7 points.
Yeah. So if it were to end today, I would be out. Mike Smith would also be out, third in the power rankings. And third to last and fifth from last and seventh from last would all be in. And two of those teams would get a bye.
Right.
Wild
Again,
stuff.
why power rankings don't mean anything.
We still have about what? We have 5 weeks left, so that's about.
I mean, you're not talking about the elephant in the room. Is that Turd Ferguson with his super team is relying on the back of Joe Burrow, who will be hurt within the next 3 weeks. That's a
He already
given.
was. What if
Well,
His
no,
team's really not that strong. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't have any running backs.
That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
take a look.
And if Joe Burrow gets hurt, he's now starting Kenny fucking Pickett.
He's got a problem there.
This is not good. You can't do that. Can't win with this guy in fantasy football.
Having Kenny Pickett on the roster is just
A
it's
waste of
borderline.
space.
Oh, he started him when Burrow was on bye.
Yeah. Did he win that week?
I think he ended up with getting 1.2 points, I think.
Nice, solid.
What's going on with Bijan? Are they just not playing him?
No, they're just not. Look at him. He's getting 11 carries. He's getting 11 touches. You fucking draft the guy 8th overall, and it's like, all right, let's make sure we get Tyler Algier all his touches.
Dude, the one week he had 1 carry for 3 yards, and then after that, like, I don't know what he did that week to piss off a coach or something, but like they are. He seems like he's being punished for something.
I believe he shaved Arthur Smith's mustache, and that was funny.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is an interesting team because look, I mean, he's got three running backs over 100 points, which is good. I mean, Tyreek Hill is obviously carrying all the water on this team, but Hawkinson is a difference maker at tight end, and then Roquan Smith is a difference maker every week at linebacker, and I feel like Dave's team is just getting good like secondary scoring. Like, he's got a lot of guys around 100 points, around 90 points, and he's got a pretty easy lineup build, because he just has his starters and he plays them, and they all kind of do their thing, and it's working out good for him. So this is a good team. I mean, like, and especially with Burrow now blowing up and playing like he's capable of, like, shit. Burrow, Tyreek, it's a lot to deal with every week.
In all honesty, that's been my go-to. I've been starting the same guys, and then bye weeks kind of hit, and that kind of threw me for the fill spots and stuff because I don't have much bench scoring. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think once the buys end, if I can get through it, I'll be fine.
Yeah. So there's Dave Free. Look at that. What about the 7 and 2s? What can we say about here's an exercise. Say something nice about the 7 and 2 rosters. Right. So do you want to go first, Bob, or do you want Glenn to go?
You can go with my squad. I
Bob
like my squad.
Yeah. I mean,
Has Zeke been scoring?
No, I mean Zeke is more or less he's useless.
He's touchdown dependent. I mean, he's
a spot start if needed.
He's Jerome Bettis at the end of his career. If he scores a touchdown, he's good. If he doesn't score a touchdown, you're sorry you started him. But I mean, look at that TJ Watt line. That's crazy. 2 solid linebackers. I mean, like, look at the defense that he starts, right? TJ Watt, Azeez Al-Shahir, Bobby Wagner, and the Philly guy. Everybody's over 100 points. So that means that all those guys are averaging over 10 points a week. So right there is a baseline of 40 points. And, then you got Kittle. And I mean, it's, Zay Flowers has been a good find, right? Not as much recently.
Yeah, I mean, my receivers have been, Addison, Zay Flowers. You got to start Pickens every week. I think eventually going to get the touches. I got a feeling they're going to throw to him 30 times this week because I don't know how much you guys heard, but he blew up and unfollowed the Steelers and unfollowed Mike Tomlin, and so. But then Tomlin came out in the press conference today and said everything's fine.
Well, say what you will about Mike Tomlin, but that guy knows how to
keep
manage
crazy people sane.
Asshole wide receivers. So I think he'll figure it out. And Pickens is a talented dude. It's just Kenny with his powder puff little arm can't get the ball to him.
That's it. When I get Debo back from injury, so
yeah. So not bad. Not bad. What has Glenn done to get to 7?
Derrick Henry's a points getter. That's what he gets.
Yeah, I mean he's the dude that won't die, right?
I mean, he's 80 and a touch at a minimum every week.
AJ Brown is good. Sam Howell's been great.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is a pretty good roster.
Yeah. And he really hasn't got what he could potentially get out of Cooper Kupp. And, if Stafford comes back, that turns him into a really good player. Calvin Ridley.
I don't know if he's coming back. They signed freaking Carson Wentz today.
Yeah, that's not a winning move.
I mean, if they're signing him, there's got to be problems because why would you sign him for 1 week,
Yeah, no, they're going to. Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I think, Glenn and Bobby, by virtue of the number of wins that they have, are not in yet, but they really only got to knock off 1 or 2 more wins. 2 more wins and you're definitely in. 1 more win and you got a real good shot because, you look at somebody like Regan, who's a point scorer, but he's only got 4 wins. It's only 5 weeks left of the regular season. So if he reels off 5 in a row, he can only get to 9, right? And you probably got a head-to-head on him because you're 3-0 in the division. So, you start now with 5 weeks left, you can start doing the math pretty quickly and figuring out that anybody at 3 wins is got to go 5-0 or score a shitload of points. And the 4 and 5 guys are they got to start winning some games. Because you got to get to 8 to feel good about a wild card spot, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Because that last spot, and so the math doesn't favor Andrew because he's only got 2 wins, but Dave's got 3 wins, but he's down the list, but he's so close. He's less than 90, what is that? About 80 points from the top.
Yeah,
you have a big week back then.
Dude, yeah. It's crazy. I just checked the transactions because I'm curious and see how much money people have spent on waivers. And there are 6 cheap ass fuckers in this group. There's 5 teams that have not spent any money on waivers. Yeah. That's impressive.
Bobby D, 7-2.
Well, Tony, I don't spend $27 on a running back from LA that doesn't play that week. Sorry.
I'm just out here trying to have fun. How about how much did I pay for Josh Palmer and now he's on IR?
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean,
I ever started him either. I don't think I started him once after I bought him.
Are you broke? Are you out of fantasy money?
Yeah, $51 left.
But who's going to emerge? The thing is at this point of the season, nobody's going to emerge, right? Because any high value handcuff at running back is already taken, and wide receivers, usually the wide receiver 2 on any given offense is already on somebody's roster. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's me, you, Smitty, and then Midnight Putin. We all spent $80 so far on waivers.
We're just trying to juice the pot here, Tony. We're just trying to
distribute
the wealth.
Just like Elon bought Twitter to protect free speech. I'm here to protect the league and donate my money for the greater good. Like the people like Bobby D.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, see that. To be fair, Tony, I've put in a few blind bid waivers, but I'm not gonna pay $27 for a running back. You know what I mean, or a third wide receiver. And that's fine if somebody wants to pay that for him. They're more than welcome to. But I bid like $2.
Yeah. Well, seems to be working for you so far, so I'd stick with it.
And if I don't get him, I'll find somebody else.
Yeah. So
look at Turd Ferguson. He's number one in all the rankings, and he has yet to spend $1 on waivers.
Dave Free is the
Draft
king
god.
of at 10:01. As soon as waivers process, he goes on there and gets every player he wants that wasn't picked up.
Yeah.
Dave Free draft god.
Dave still doesn't agree with the system, so he basically boycotts it.
Does he want to do like the old school waiver priority system?
Yeah, I think his argument is like it's like you can just spend money to get good.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the money I spent and on who, and like I don't think any of these people start for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had spent very
19.
little.
I spent $19 on Zach Evans for LA, and that dude didn't even start the next week. I think they sent him to the practice squad.
Yep.
No, I know. They basically
paid
were
another.
like, you know what, we're good.
He's like, I got healthy. I'm like,
$14 on Daryl Henderson then right after that.
I did. I spent money on Daryl Henderson then too, and I didn't. Oh man, what a
That's actually, if I'm going to do something that's a little depressing on my computer here and check and see, where did I spend all this money? Here we go.
Let's play a game. Where did Dave's money
But yeah, dude, you can go look it up. Go look up the transaction. It's quite funny.
Here we go. Josh Palmer, uninjured reserve, $39. Josh Reynolds, $17. Cut. Roshan Johnson. I'm actually probably going to start him this week. So I paid $6 for him.
That's a value then.
I guess. I mean, yeah. So whatever. I mean,
$7 for Brock Purdy. Nice.
No, I got to start him this week because of Tua. So
okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, I forget who it was, but I dropped a player and somebody paid like $13 for him. I was like, what? Just dropped him.
Yeah. That's the way it goes. So what has I want to look at Regan's team. Regan's team is scoring like a motherfucker and he can't win a game. Oh, he's got
CJ Stroud.
He should change the name of his team to the Stroud Boys, by the way.
Yeah, he's gonna hit.
But I mean, what he did though was like he spent like what $25, but he has that guy as a a bonus keeper for several years because he looks like the next big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, he's really good.
I tried to pick him up, but I think he spent like $25 on him.
Let's see, for Stroud?
I think so.
Yeah, who was his quarterback though? His quarterback got hurt, I think.
Justin
right?
Fields. He has Justin Fields.
That's right.
Where is he? Chuggers.
Right there, I see it in the middle. Transaction 30. Oh no, never mind. He dropped somebody.
How do you spell Stroud? STR.
Stroud. $10. He paid $10 for CJ Stroud on September 28th. So that's $10 well spent.
And he's been good. I mean, the question is it sustainable? I mean, he is still playing for Houston. I mean,
it's been 9 weeks. At some point, you just got to be like, maybe this guy's good.
Well, he hasn't done it every week though. That's the thing. I mean, he's done it.
Open him up. Let's look at his week by week. I think he kind of has. I think he's had a couple of bad weeks, but open up CJ Stroud's.
I mean, yeah, he hasn't thrown any picks, so he's not getting you negative points. You know, I mean,
it's not. It's pretty good. I mean, he did score 50 points last week, so there's that, right?
Yeah, he's gonna throw up a goose egg this week. You know that.
Well, look at that schedule though. He's got soft pass defenses, right?
That's what I mean.
Bengals, I don't know, but the Cardinals, the Jags, the Broncos, you know. But Regan's championship weeks are not great. I don't love the idea of starting C.J. Stroud on the road in Cleveland in December. Like, that might not work out.
Yeah.
But he could have Fields back by then.
Yep.
Right? So,
Maybe.
you know, like that. And then he's got Connor coming back. They're opening up the IR window on Connor, you know, and
I think he has James Conner in his starting lineup this week. Is he playing this week?
they opened up the window on him. I don't know if they've activated him yet. But
I'm telling you that Chugger, I'm playing Regan this week, and I got his lineup email, and it said he has James Conner in his starting lineup.
Go look
Yeah,
at. So I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think Glenn has the best team. I mean, I hope I jinxed him by saying that, but go take a look at it.
I'm glad you didn't pick me.
I mean, outside of his quarterback, like his
quarterback's good though. Howell's been great fantasy wise. He had the one stinker, and everything else he's been like pretty good. The Giants game was dog shit too, but like look at these other games, man.
It's a good thing we don't penalize sacks, huh?
That looks like Patrick Mahomes' season because
I think we should retroactively put in sack yards. And
Yeah,
Sam Howell would have
books,
0
so
points.
Don't worry. But yeah, I mean, look at that running back situation that he started. Or look at those 6 players in a row: ETN, Robinson, Walker, Brown, Collins, and Cooper. I mean, no wonder. Those are 6 really good players to start. You know.
Yeah, Nico Collins has been a surprise because C.J. Stroud has had a good year. You know what I mean so far.
Yeah.
But if he
I mean,
doesn't, then
ETN's outperforming at what anyone thought he would.
Sure.
For sure. Yeah, he's playing great. And he's getting what he can get out of those tight ends. I mean, the linebacking and the defensive stuff is all good enough to win. Yeah. Glenn actually has a nice balanced team. And you could make an argument that his guys that have been underperforming, like it wouldn't surprise anybody to get a lot more out of Cooper Kupp and Calvin Ridley down the stretch. I mean, Kupp a little bit because of the quarterback situation, but like Ridley could.
What's Stafford's status?
It's not great.
Yeah, but here's the problem. I don't think Trevor Lawrence likes Calvin Ridley.
Something is off there, right?
Yep. He just doesn't throw him the ball.
Is he racist?
Yeah, well, maybe. Some are saying, Tony.
He likes the one black guy over the other black guy.
Did you guys see that Martavis Bryant signed with the Cowboys?
Oh, did he sign? I saw that he was like reinstated by the NFL.
Yep. They gave him a try, and apparently they signed him.
All right. Hold on. Latest news: Matthew Stafford is questionable for this weekend.
No, that must be from last week. I think they're on bye this week.
They are on bye this week.
Yeah, they're on bye. So
I think they signed what's his name because they could try to get him ready over the bye. If Stafford can't go. Yeah.
Well, that guy that played in that Rippin guy, he can't play.
It's you can't roll him out there. So
right.
Well, what about Midnight Putin's team? Let's take a look at that one.
All right, yeah, let's gas up the big cat a little bit.
Midnight.
I mean, my team's phenomenal.
Midnight.
Absolutely incredible.
Just can't win. All right. Josh
I love how Teddy calls it Midnight Putin.
not a fucking communist, all right? It's poutine. It's Canadian. It's not dirty.
What's the difference? Canadian communist, right?
Right.
But yeah. So
what the fuck's going on with this team? James Cook, those two are like Pollard's really underperformed. Man.
Pollard's been a huge letdown. If he starts coming around, then this team starts looking real.
He started off fine, and then he's been doing nothing.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson basically went down for me. He was supposed to be my big thing with fucking Aaron Rodgers. So
yeah, that
blew up my
face. Other leagues.
I will say that he's been a lot better than I thought he would be without Aaron Rodgers, but he's definitely like a bottom end wide receiver 2 instead of being a bottom end wide receiver 1. So Jacoby Myers, nice surprise, right?
How come my fantasy league doesn't update player photos? I noticed they still have Minka Fitzpatrick in a Dolphins jersey.
Couldn't tell you.
He's been with the Steelers for 5
That
years.
Kincaid could be the next coming.
Yeah, because the other guy is he
Do we
done
go
for
back
the
to
season,
fan
Big
ball?
Cat? The other tight end in Buffalo, what's his name?
Knox.
Knox, Dawson Knox.
He's on the IR, right?
Yo, here's the other
no.
thing too, is that I don't know what's gonna happen in Minnesota now, but like he is kind of sitting on Justin Jefferson there on the IR. If that guy comes back, then the complexion of this team changes an awful lot too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, your team
My-
should be fucking awesome, and they're not.
Well, I am putting it out there. I have a bunch of stud defenders that if
Oh,
anyone-
this is not a fucking sales call, Bob.
Yes, it is.
That's not what this is.
I'm just letting you know. I'm letting the whole league know I have defenders available. If somebody, I'm not looking for a star player. I'm looking for, third or fourth wide
To
receiver.
trade a defensive player. God.
Yeah, when you need them, you need.
We're all gonna be like Dave Free, just nosing through the trash at 10:01.
Tony,
All right,
when you want those guaranteed 10 points out of each defender, you come calling.
All right, who have we not talked about? We got our games.
Well,
coming up.
let's pick a couple games and then we can kind of highlight the teams we haven't talked about.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, we set these lineups based on where we're at now. We know waivers are running on Thursday morning, but this is the best that we could put together for a lot of teams. So this is our game of the week. Look at this.
My man Glenn versus Big Poppy.
Danny,
Yeah.
division leading Big Poppy, might we add, right?
Barely.
Yeah. So we got a couple more weeks of interdivisional before we end the season on our intra-divisional kick here. So let's see, who does the computer like?
Well, Poppy doesn't even have a tight end in, and I don't think this guy's playing, and he's still projected to win by 20 points.
I think Glenn's one person short. Isn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Well, let me
But
get
it was already in, so he submitted it.
Yeah, all right. So he's going to be fleshing that out on waivers. I'm sure Glenn will be paying for somebody here, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, Glenn has Jamar Chase, right?
He does.
Yes, who did not
So he-
practice today.
Yeah, he's not playing this week.
No way. You got Howell at the Seahawks. That's a pretty plus matchup. ETN's got the Niners, though, which should be a tough matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Niners have been very leaky the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, they're going to turn that around at some point, but they have been not very good. So, but he's got a lot of Washington and a lot of Jacksonville on this team, doesn't he? He's going to have, doesn't Seattle plays Washington, and Jacksonville, he's got 3 starters on Jacksonville. So basically the Jacksonville 49ers game and the Washington Seattle game is like half of Glenn's team. Half of his starting lineup this week.
Yeah, because I don't know what he did. So this might be last week's lineup.
Yeah.
But Trevor Lawrence was on bye last week, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to start him over Baker, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But no, this is Danny. So
Yeah, well, I did this one, I think. So
yeah, Baker
But
versus.
yeah, I think this week without Jamar Chase, I got to give it to Poppy.
Well, Poppy is starting Jamar Chase. Who's he going to start if he can't play Chase?
Oh, Poppy has Jamar Chase.
Yeah, but Danny's got Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin. He's going to end up starting. Who does he not have in? He's going to have some tough choices here on offense. He's going to have to start like fucking Dalvin Cook or something.
Yeah.
Woof.
Or Charbonnet. Did you put Charbonnet in his starting lineup?
Yeah.
Oh boy. So it's either Dalvin Cook or picking somebody up or yeah.
No, he might be.
So he needs 3 starters, really.
Yeah.
He might be active on the wire this evening.
Yeah, but who's out there to fucking
Hey, Poppy, you need some tight ends. You call me, buddy.
That's right.
I got the tight ends.
Hey,
Let's
this
go.
isn't a sales call, Gabe.
He's not going to call me anyway. I can promise you that.
That's right.
He's not going to watch this. I can guarantee you that.
That
I
is
guess.
100% guarantee.
But like, how do you pick Glenn's team when he has 3 players going against the Niners who are coming off a bye and probably are not very happy with how they've played over the last several weeks? Like, would it be a shock for the Niners to win that game, 24-10 or something like that, and like Jacksonville's going to be pretty stagnant?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
and Seattle's got a sneaky defense too. So I mean, I wouldn't just pencil up Sam Howell for a whole bunch of points. You know?
Yeah, they weren't very sneaky for the Ravens last week.
Well,
They weren't very
the
sneaky.
Ravens
the
embarrassed
week
every team
before.
that's not in the NFC.
Between those 2 games, they gave up 70 points. I don't know if that's a good defense.
Yeah.
They're still pretty good.
I think this is going to be a very low scoring game, and somebody's going to limp it across the line here, but I don't think there's going to be any money made, if you know what I mean.
All right.
I'm picking Poppy on the record.
All right.
I'll pick.
Tony,
I'm gonna go
who you
Glenn.
got?
I'm gonna take. I'll take Poppy.
All right, I'll take Glenn just to jinx him because he's a
Yeah,
piece
I'm-
of shit.
I'm going to put the Maliki on Glenn and take him too. So.
All right, Derelict my balls, who's got a pretty good team. He's not been. I mean that's a solid lineup there against Panda, who's been not great.
Right. I think this is.
He did score the most points last week, though, didn't he?
Good.
Yeah, Panda was number 1 in money last week. What are you talking about?
Yep, that's true. I mean, I'll say it if nobody else wants to. I mean, Mike's team is much better, and he's gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got like legit starters at every position,
Imagine if Devontae Adams woke up.
right? I mean, yeah, I think this is Derelict and a runaway here.
And I mean, in AK was just a fucking genie in a bottle this year. Like, who would have thought? Like, I thought that dude was a season away from retiring.
Yeah,
Who's Lamar Blackson playing this week?
the Ravens are playing.
They're playing the Browns.
The Browns. Oh, that's not a great
Let's talk
matchup.
about
No,
a
it's not a good
defense.
matchup at
Let's
all.
talk about a defense.
You're
Great
playing
defense.
AFC North. I mean, so Ravens will probably lose this week. So
He did score 31 points last time he played the Browns,
Yeah, this is true. Yeah,
and that was
Yeah,
actually one.
But that was the first game that Deshaun Watson didn't play.
was he
and
playing defense that day?
He was he was fishing that day, and then they threw that rookie quarterback, and they were 3 and out all day long. So
Was
Yeah.
that the DTR
the
game?
best defense is a good offense.
Yeah.
'Cause your
Yeah,
defense isn't on the
DTR.
field.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, I think this is Derelict getting to that 4th win of the season and kind of crawling back into the mix, I think, right?
yeah,
I
it's
would
hard to
agree.
believe that he's what is he?
He's 3-6, man.
3-6.
Wow. Woof.
No.
That just sounds like bad luck.
Yeah, he's 3-6. He's 4th overall in points, So it's been weird as far as that goes. You got all these guys at the top of points. Regan below 500, top in points. Big Cat 1 game over 500, second in points. Dave Free, he's kind of one of the only teams that the record reflects the quality of the team, I suppose, but I guess.
All right. Well, let's get back to the picks.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
Well,
got
I'll
a-
take
he's
Mike
got a
Smith
good
here
team.
too.
Yeah, I
Who
think
do
a
you
lot
guys
of Mike
got?
Smith here.
Yep. I'm taking my balls.
I'll jump on the Panda train.
I love it.
Whoa.
Fucking
Good luck,
contrarian
Panda.
Bob.
Good
I'm
luck.
riding the.
I
You
can't
bet with the
Panda
streak, not
changed his
against it, right?
avatar to
With the streak. Top money last week.
All right, here's a little truth serum game for Bobby D, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Bobby D with the slight edge on the projections. Oh.
And I only have 11 guys started right now.
Well,
Yeah.
Sounds like a typical Bobby D move.
I have to pick up a safety this week.
Yeah.
I'll figure
Don't
it
you
out.
have seven? Don't you have 7 defensive players?
I only have one defensive back on my team at this currently.
Jesus.
This is another game that's going to lean very heavily on the Jacksonville-San Francisco result, because I assume Bobby's going to start Debo and Kittle, right?
They're in there.
And then you got Herbert playing the Lions. I think that's a matchup where he can score points. You got Derrick Henry playing the Bucks, which is a matchup where he should be able to score some points. And you do Addison. All right.
Which he's lost value with Cousins getting hurt. But
Yeah, but I mean, he's still catching the
We're
football.
talking. Josh Dobbs is in town, man.
Yeah. Josh Dobbs in relief is great. Josh Dobbs is a starter, not as much.
Yeah. The Pastronaut.
Yeah. All right, let's make an argument for the top scoring team in the league. Which do we really need to sit here and make an argument for the top scoring team in the league? I think we kind of do, though. Let's see.
God,
Yeah,
what a-
I mean, Rashad White's been a premium player this year. If James Conner is playing, I don't think he's going to, but he's a premium player. Najee's not anymore, and Diggs is.
Yeah. I mean, Najee's okay as like a down the list starter. I mean, you kind of drafted him to be better than that, but he's a guy that you'll start begrudgingly. But Regan's missing out on Raheem Mostert this week, which is a big deal for his team. That's a big hole to fill. And has he really been playing Michael Mayer at tight end this whole time? Oh no, he had Darren Waller. He had Waller, and Waller's hurt. So, I think it might be Bobby.
Yeah, it's not looking great for Chuggers this week, honestly.
Yeah, the
Hey,
system.
good victory, Bobby. Good job.
I'm taking the Chuggers.
There you go. Put the reverse jinx on yourself. Well played.
I'll take Bobby.
We'll take Bobby.
Yeah, I'm Bobby.
That's a loss. Then.
Good lineup. I mean, is Stroud going to put 50 on the board again against the Bengals? Probably not. I'm just going to put it out there. Probably not.
All right. Oh, we haven't talked about Bob Gavlak because he's up towards the top too. Isn't he fourth? Or he's fifth in total points.
Yep.
He's got Jonathan Taylor coming back, and dude, I can't believe it. You can't see it here, but dude, he drafted A-Chain.
Yep.
That's crazy.
He drafted Kyron Williams too, and Kyron Williams, I know they're on bye this week, but he's coming back next week. Is the word?
He also drafted Jordan Love. If we're going to talk.
Can't all be winners.
He drafted that guy too.
I think he did. I think he drafted Kyron Williams. Regan's a Notre Dame guy. Kyron Williams went to Notre Dame, so
Yeah,
I'd be
okay, you got him in the
So
fifth
if
round.
we're going to
15th
be
round.
fair here,
Yeah.
he drafted Kyron Williams when Kyron Williams was the backup to Cam Akers, and then Cam Akers got traded. So
yeah. Regan's also getting all these points out of Sam Laporta, right? He drafted his ass in the 12th round.
Yeah.
So
That's a difference maker on this team. That guy's he's a stud.
yep. And
Man, who do you bonus keep? Laporta or
JSN.
A-Chain?
A-Chain, I
A-Chain.
think. That
You
guy's a
bonus
stud.
keep A-Chain, and then you rookie keep JSN or Laporta. I think that's the move. And he'll be able to hold on to those guys for 3 years.
Rookie.
And
There's a rookie save? When did that happen?
I don't know, 10 years ago.
Oh, I didn't realize he had Jalen Hurts too. I apologize.
Is that real?
Jordan Love pick.
No, so it's just a regular keeper, but if you keep a rookie, you get to keep him for an extra year.
Oh.
If you keep him as a regular keeper.
I got it. I got you
Yeah.
guys.
So let's go back to the matchup here because I'm falling in love with Gavlak's team. He's got to play me. That's not too tall of a task, unfortunately, this week.
What happens to your team name when you gotta drop Kelsey next year?
I don't know. That's a future me problem. I'll handle it later.
You really need to change it to
I
something
mean, it's really
without
your
Taylor
identity at
Swift.
this point. I don't know what you do.
No, I think I lose both of them this year too, Tony. I think I run out on both of them.
The trademark on the name and Kelsey.
Yeah. I think.
Or
I think
are
I
you
lose
talking
CeeDee
Kelsey
Lamb.
and Taylor Swift? You lose
You're
them
just
both.
gonna have to change your name to Maato.
Yeah. My team is not going to be great.
Mojado.
Yeah, I mean, I got to figure out something at linebacker, but more or less the rest of my team is what it is as far as the starting lineup goes. So it's hard to pick me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take Bob Gavlak on this one.
Yeah. And this is now
You
where
have no running backs? What's going on here?
What's that?
You don't have any running backs?
I've been Pacheco's on bye. I've been kind of
Bye.
limping through on the wide receivers and then Pacheco at running back and Pacheco and Williams and then wide receivers. But
Yeah, I'm looking at your team, man. I'm gonna take Bobby.
I mean, I have good, like, if you look at my team overall, if you click through to me, like my wide receivers all are over like 100 points. They're all pretty good. But like my running backs have not really given me anything. And then, I don't know. I mean, like I score pretty good, so we'll see. But this week's probably going to be a tough week for me. Not having Tua out there and having to roll Purdy or whatever piece of garbage I pick up off the heap is going to be tough.
I'll rock with you this week, Smitty. I'll rock with you.
You fuck with me? All right. Thanks, Bob.
Tony, did you pick? Oh yeah, you picked Bob.
I'm taking Bobby G.
I mean,
Dave, did you pick yourself?
Yeah, of course I'm picking myself.
Nice.
It's a fucking championship move to pick yourself. Big cat.
Oh, boy.
This is the matchup. Of the
I
week.
played Turd Ferguson this week. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ.
It was a loss. Well,
Can't catch a fucking break.
the website.
I'm taking Dave free.
Yeah, the website hates Dave Free this week. Or no, I
I'm
wouldn't even
100%
the
taking
website-
Dave free.
The website loves the big cat this week.
Man.
You were just. Josh Allen projected to get 30 points. Holy
What the fuck
shit!
they got Dante Foreman gets 15 points.
How we're playing the Broncos.
The Broncos.
Oh,
defense.
Buffalo's playing the Broncos.
Yeah.
He's quite an impressive fantasy player, man. Damn.
Yeah, dude. He's a special.
That means a lot coming from you. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that.
What
How
a
did you
find.
ever lose a game with this
This
lineup?
it's my special boy.
I don't win Super Bowls, but I do put together a fine squad, I will say.
Too bad you need 6.
I love Dave Free taking it back to like the 2004 fantasy where he starts just every fucking running back he can find, right? Starting 4 running backs. But they're all good. I mean, they're all good starts. I would start every one of those guys too, I mean, Hunt might not have the day that he wants against Baltimore's defense, but, if they ever start using Bijan, Dave's team goes from like good to great, I think,
Mm-hmm. Who they got this week? Oh, man, look at that matchup.
Yeah, here comes fucking 28 points from Tyler Algier, right? Maybe it's a Cordero Patterson week for the Falcons.
There you go. That's what I'm
got to get that guy into the mix, right, Tony?
I mean, it's been a few weeks. It would, why wouldn't we?
Cardinals defense is feisty.
Feisty and shitty.
Yeah. They gave up 27 points to the Browns, dude.
Yeah.
Browns are good.
The Browns, what a fucking beating they put on them last week. I mean, that was a clowning.
Well, they lost their quarterback. What do you expect from them?
I hear you. But I mean, I got to go.
Is Kyler Murray playing this week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he has to. He has to play, or he has to go on like the season.
Yeah.
Or else he's cooked.
And
right?
then they owe him like a $29 million bonus or something like that.
They owe him anyway. It doesn't matter. His contract's fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
I thought there was some type of bonus tied into.
It's just his next roster bonus, but it's like you can't cut him. There's still all this guaranteed money down the road.
I think in theory they could activate him and not start him. That's in play.
Yeah,
but I think they're going to start him because that guy they put out there last week, I mean, yikes. He struggled. I think that's a nice way to put it.
All right. So is this last but not least? Look at the bearded clam with 146 projected.
Mm-hmm. I pieced that lineup together as best as I could for him. Got Gino. Gino's got a good matchup. I think. Yeah, gross. Tony's gonna have to.
Tony's got to pick up a quarterback.
Hold on. Let me look at the free agents here. Let's figure out who Tony's gonna pick up.
Get those bids in now.
Against you, emphatically.
What do you need, Tony?
Quarterback.
He needs a quarterback. Quarterback's
Josh
available.
Dobbs is out there. Oh, Russ Wilson.
Russell. He's gone Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
I started Russ for Herbert's bye week.
Yeah, there's
Just
guys
fine.
out there you can start though, because you got Russell Wilson, you got Derek.
Russell Wilson's still top 5 fantasy quarterbacks, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I'll tell you in a minute.
I don't know if he's a top
points-wise?
5, but he's definitely.
I mean, that might have got busted the last couple of weeks.
QB1.
But he was in the top 5, and
Yeah, well, he was on bye last week. His average is still.
Sorted by average, Big Cat. Yeah, he's number 9. QB9.
so there you go, Tony. Better bid more than $4 because I'm going to pick him up.
There I go.
Damn it.
You can outbid me. I think I have $60 left. You can put in
no.
$61.
Bid $61.
You got more than me, Tony, so you're gonna get him. I'm gonna have to start Brock fucking Purdy.
God.
Oh yeah. All right, let's go back to that matchup so we can make our pick here. So, assuming Tony finds a quarterback to start, which I think he will, that's going to change the calculus here quite a bit.
Just give me 20 points for a quarterback, hopefully, and I'm still behind.
Are you really going to start Jaleel McLaughlin?
Dude, I don't have anyone else, man. There is no. My team is so bad.
But you have
It's
that
just
small,
so
that's all you need.
I can tell you, I've never heard of this guy, Carl Granderson.
I
Never
thought he
heard
was
his name
I thought he was
before.
a baseball player. If you asked me who Carl Granderson, I would have been like, "Oh yeah, dude, he played center field for the Yankees a few years ago." Right?
Which guy? Which guy?
Carl
that's-
Granderson.
Carlos Sanderson, isn't it? Is that who that is?
Dude, he's
Look at this guy. He's not bad at all.
he's not bad, dude. I play I don't have to draft a good defense. I can just figure it out on waivers typically.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we got to go Andrew here for me. This is an Andrew pick.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes on bye week. That's going to always be hard to overcome. And because I don't know 2 of your players, I'm going to have to pick Andrew.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna take Andrew too. Like it's not good.
it's a bye
I'm
week.
gonna
blues,
rock with Russ Wilson and take Tony.
Tony's got the bye week blues.
No. You should have seen a few weeks ago. This is my real team.
This is it.
That's
This is it, man. I'm surprised I have any victories at all. Every week I win, I'm just like, wow.
We
God,
did it.
How much did you spend on this guy?
We did it.
$13. There you go.
It is funny that the 3 guys who have spent the most on free agency were all on the outside looking in right now.
It's not pretty, guys. It's not.
Well, you can't.
I mean, I'm about go back to my team. You'll love this, dude. Like, so Dowdle, Rico Suave.
Yep.
Dude, Tony Pollard goes down. I have a bona fide starter. Fucking,
Keep selling it, Tony. Keep selling it. Keep working.
Yeah, Gus Edwards and that new rookie go down in Baltimore. I got a starter.
He's cooking.
That's a starter.
Let him cook.
That other running back in Denver goes down. I got another starter.
If
Like
all
I
5
I am
Dallas wide receivers get
several
hurt,
injuries
they
away.
only throw the ball to Jake Ferguson.
Yeah, Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt go down. Pierre Strong starting running back.
I'm
Andrews
so
to pop.
close.
Yeah, you're this close.
You're only 1 play away on 5 different teams.
That's
This guy here is dead.
Yeah, yeah, that guy got carted off.
I didn't see the hit. Was it bad?
It was Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't think it was like super dirty, but
They didn't show the replay, so I
he
didn't
got
actually see
hit by
it.
two guys. He got hit by a guy into a guy as he was going down, and his head ended up on the guy's shoulder. It was like really violent, but I don't think it was like one of those like bang bang plays. But
Dude,
whatever.
if like Hurt quit his love affair with AJ Brown and would actually throw the ball to Devontae Smith, like I
Yeah.
might actually have something there. Kyler Murray comes back, Marquise Brown, they're boys. Like I'm close, man.
Can we call Tony
They're
Pesky?
rationalizing over here.
T
It's-
Pesky?
Look at that defense, dude. Those are my highest scoring peeps.
It's not
I
great.
did look at your defense. I've never heard of this guy.
No, he's good.
Still, we just talked about him 5 minutes ago, but Ken still doesn't know.
Who's Cameron Bynum?
He's pretty good.
He's a safety for Minnesota.
Is he
Yeah.
a rookie?
He's 25, third year.
3 years in.
Don't ever heard of him. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's where we're at. I mean, got 5 weeks left in the season, so a lot can happen, but we are pretty much in crunch time for, I'd say, a good 5 or 6 teams that really, Bobby and Glenn are pretty much good.
Yeah.
Who has 6 wins? Is that Dave Free?
Yep.
I mean, Dave's in real good shape there, both because he scores a lot too. So even if he goes on a losing streak, he's probably going to score enough to keep himself in it.
But he's
Honestly-
also, if he wins, he's might be leading the division. I don't know who won between him and Glenn.
Well, Glenn
Sure.
did. 'Cause Glenn's 3-0.
Oh,
But-
Mike, what about like Mike, Smart Smitty? Like, I mean, AK, Lamar Jackson, Devontae Adams. I mean,
at 3-6.
I know he's 3-6, but could he make the playoffs? Like, that's too good of a team to be 3-6.
He can't
I
lose
mean,
again.
he's the number 4 scoring team in the league. So all of us guys that are scoring well with bad records, we're looking at Regan and hoping he figures out a way to win his way into the playoffs, right? And then that's going to open us up. But then you got Mike Smith, who's 4th in scoring, who has a bad record. You've got Derek, who's 2nd in scoring with a barely over 500 record. And then you got Bobby G, who's got guys coming back off of injury, barely over 500. And then you got Glenn. Well, Glenn's okay, but then you got me kind of lurking around there. And Panda, honestly, he puts up a couple of good weeks.
You can't have a pooper of a week. You put out like a 90 or 100-point week, you're done.
Well, and now I'm watching, I need like a team like me or Joe Yee, like I need Derek and I need like Regan to start winning and start pushing a couple of these other teams down. I need Glenn or you to go on a cold streak, Bobby, and for things to get really weird. And that's how I could get into that 6th spot. But the more I think about it, the more bleak it becomes,
Yeah, honestly, if I can find a way to win this week and Turd takes at midnight, I might have pretty much the division locked up.
Yeah. So I know it's not a sales call, but I got a couple guys that I can't keep next year. Prime trade candidates for the stretch. CeeDee Lamb, Travis Kelce. Ever heard of them?
I mean, I believe I gave you CeeDee Lamb, so you can trade him back to me with a discount.
Hey, if anyone needs
I
a
will think about it.
quarterback, Patrick Mahomes is on the block.
Oh, damn.
Ooh. Can you no longer keep him, Tony?
Correct.
Yep, he's.
You know what
this
I need to do
This
is
is it. This is the last
Well,
last
well-
dance right here.
there you go. While this is processing, I will go in and update the keeper thing, and I'll post that up so that because people will need that to start making trade decisions. Because I feel like there probably won't be trades coming into this week, but after this week, like if I go into this week and I score 125 points and I lose, like I'm pretty much cooked. Tony, I think the writing's on the wall a little bit for you, and I think that there's going to be guys that become sellers just by virtue of.
Yep. Are you guys there?
Yeah, I think Dave muted himself or
Hey,
something.
muted yourself.
No, I didn't.
There you go.
Oh, there he is.
Go on.
No, damn it! I was on a roll, saying good stuff. Fuck.
Yeah,
Basically,
let's
it's
let's
just-
get that let's get the spreadsheet updated.
Will do.
So I got a question for you guys. Another fantasy league. Who would you start in the flex position? James Cook,
No.
PPR or
Jordan
not?
Addison. Huh?
Is it a PPR or a?
Yeah,
James
PPR.
Cook might be a good start this week because they're playing good.
James Cook, Jordan Addison, Calvin Ridley, or Tank Dell.
Oh my God, that's tough.
I
Jordan
know,
Addison.
right?
Addison with that quarterback situation.
Yeah, but
I know.
Jefferson's still out, right?
Yeah.
But he's the number one. He's going to get the targets.
Yeah, chase the targets there, I guess, right?
Yeah, I'd probably say Addison too.
Really?
I'd
Yeah.
put Cook second probably in a PPR. In a
I think
PPR,
the
his
Tank
floor is
Dell,
basically
that
10
was a
points.
flash in the pan last week.
And Sunshine hates Calvin Ridley, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. You got to see. I feel like with Calvin Ridley, he's at a point where like you're gonna have to see it before you can feel good about starting him. So
Oh shit.
you gotta be willing to accept missing a week of him. You know.
Yeah.
So
Okay, good.
there you have it.
I thought I wasn't recording, but just the interface was changed. All right. Well, gents,
Boys, it
well,
was
thanks.
fun.
Yeah,
Fun to
thanks
see
for
you
hopping
all.
on. Good to get some updates out there. We might have to do another one next week because I think there's some big games this week and some things will probably come into focus a bit more, the buyers and the sellers, like Dave was saying. So
For sure.
if anyone wants to hop on, shoot me a text. But with that, I think we'll say good night.
Good night. Good luck. Godspeed.
See you,
Love you
boys.
guys.
Love you.